Don't beat me up here. Don't fall in love.
Don't. It's a party over here, come and hit the city with me. Hit the club real quick, go and spend about 50. Champagne in the session, yeah, we drink. Remember good vibes over here, baby, what you drink? Just rock, just rock.
Just vibing, you know. Just getting it done though.
Yes, sir.
Just lean, just rock, just lean.
I love it. I love it. So I did from the south side of Atlanta. I did my undergrad in South Carolina and then came out to Houston for grad school. And I'll be dropping an episode on what grad school life is like out here in Houston. If you all are interested, comment below. Tell me the chapter because I got some experiences, some gems. I'll probably end up giving it out anyway. But overall, Houston is a great city. Houston is a great city, but it's so easy to get caught up in the life of Houston. Like Houston as a weekend getaway trip is so different than Houston in real life. Like Houston, of course, let me change that. So for some people it's the same thing. Like you go out, have parties, go to the club every weekend. But here are my do's and don'ts for moving to Houston, Texas. My number 5 do for living out in Houston, Texas is learn the city. When I say learn the city, I'm talking about the places that you drive to. Learn the streets. These streets out here, brutal. Like cracks and holes and dips and divots. Like some Dr. Seuss type. Dr. Seuss type beat. You have to learn. You have to learn. Because if you don't learn, they're going to teach you. These roads are absolutely brutal. Like you'll find yourself like speeding or driving, or you could be going like 15 miles per hour and you not fall into a ditch, but like the dips scratch up the front of your car. Like it can get bad. It can get really bad, especially where it's high traffic, high volume. The amount of dips that I've hit, not like never got into a wreck. God forbid. But like you have to know where you're going. You have to pay attention to the road. Now, that's with any city that you're going to, but Houston especially. Like Houston is huge. So the roads that you frequently travel, learn them. It'll save you some time, may save you some money, because those dips may slow you down, especially if you're trying to get somewhere really fast. Like you have to really pay attention. My number 5, don't get scammed by them parking people. When you go to the clubs, honestly, it be parking available. And if it's not parking available, probably should have got there earlier. But they'll charge you like $40 for parking. You don't get caught up in that. One place specifically, I love it to death. Prospect Park. They make you pay to park. But you can park. There's other places to park around Prospect Park, so where you don't have to pay. So know the side streets, know the back streets, but stay aware of your surroundings because you don't want to get caught up. Like it's not a horrible city, but that's one thing you don't want to do is get caught up. My number 4 do, try new restaurants. Like it's so many great options out in Houston to try. Like the food out here is amazing. Like if you go, my number 1 spot is Ten Sushi. I don't even eat sushi personally. Like sushi is not my go-to. I'm not a sushi fan. But 10 Sushi, if you go there and you see Dwight, tell Dwight Chase sent you. It's a great spot. That's my number one. That's my number one restaurant out here in Houston, personally for me. And then Crawfish Cafe. If you want a seafood boil, I love Crawfish Cafe. I love seafood boils. The crawfish out here is Houston. So if you never had crawfish, come out here. I mean, I know Louisiana is Louisiana.
Thanks, James.
But I'm telling you. My number 4, don't go out every weekend. Don't go out every weekend. It's so easy to get caught up in the party scene, the drinking, the...
It's a party over here, come and hit the city with me. Hit the club real quick, go and spend my 50.
Really, nigga?
The hype behind what the weekenders do. It's so easy. And you can find yourself, not now because you won't even be able to tell, but it's draining. To do that every weekend is absolutely draining. Like, your body will tell you, like, maybe you need to sit out somewhere. Like, it's not that deep to go out every weekend. Like, the club is gonna be there regardless, but I don't know what your ultimate goal coming out to Houston is, but it should be to better yourself. And if you're constantly going out every weekend, not saying you can't better yourself, but if you're not making no money going out, I mean, you're spending money going out, or you could be putting that money into something that'll help you a little bit further down the line. So, if you want to, by all means. This is from my personal experience. Don't go out every weekend. It's gonna be there. My number 3, do your research. Research is the most important aspect of moving out to Houston, because Houston is huge. Like, you can spend hours in traffic and still be in Houston. That's how big Houston is, like, no exaggeration. And so when you're looking for an apartment or looking for an area to stay in, looking for a house, do your research. Not only on the apartment, but on the area, how far it is from certain things, because that'll play a major role into how easy it is for you to maneuver. Because once that traffic hit, hey, don't say I didn't tell you. When that traffic hit, it's different. Coming from the south side of Atlanta, I know it. They be like, Atlanta traffic is this and that. Houston traffic, different. My number 3, do not drink and drive. It's not worth it. In Houston, especially on the weekends, the amount of people that are out on the road getting from place to place it's a lot. It is a lot. And you can mess up your entire life in one night. That goes for any city, any place that you are. Like, you can mess up your entire life in one night. There's so many Ubers, the buses that you can take to different places, and if you stay in the right area, you can maybe even walk to the places that you're going to. Drinking and driving is not worth it. Not worth it at all. So I would say, like I said, Uber, the buses, it's like $1.25 to get on a bus. Like, if you're with your friends and you guys are leaving from like a central location or going back to a central location and you're in this area, $1.25 to get on a bus. As long as you're being safe and you're with a good group of people that'll take care of you, That's the cheapest route. The smartest route, especially for women, would be to Uber. That's the smartest route or the safest route, because there's always gonna be some crazy people out wherever. But yeah, just stay safe. Drinking and driving is not worth the hassle. It's not worth the accident. It's not worth the DUI. It's not worth the money that you'll have to pay with it. My number two do would be to plan ahead and explore the outskirts. I'm merging this together. Plan ahead and explore the outskirts. Houston is a big city, like I said, and it's a lot to do. So not even exploring just the outskirts, but exploring period. There's so much to do in Houston, from post Houston to the aquarium, all the way, that little 45-hour drive all the way down to Galveston. It's a lot to do. It's food halls everywhere. You got the bowling alleys. It's a lot to do. Don't just stay focused on one thing, because you don't want to spend your entire life without experiences. I think it's ATV riding around, speed racing. It's a lot of things to do out in Houston, and explore different clubs. Even if that's the case, my favorite club, actual club, is Playground. Shout out to Michael, my homegirl at the Playground. If you got a section, I think it's Michael. I think that's her Instagram. But with her, tell her Chase sent you. Make sure y'all tip though, because if you're not tipping though, don't sit out. But yeah, so that's my favorite club. My favorite club is Off the Record. No doubt. The greatest vibes in the entire world. And down that street downtown, you have things like Behind Closed Doors. It's a speakeasy. It's another speakeasy called it's a news station or a lawyer's station. You might just have to find it. But it's a couple speakeasies down there. So if you're interested in like finding the spots down there, down by Taste Kitchen and Bar, that's down there, and then Off the Record. Taste Kitchen and Bar is a great spot to eat. But Off the Record is, if you like good music, Off the Record. I'm talking 90s, 2000s. I'm talking like listening to The Weeknd in the club. Like there's a couple of seating areas, but majority of it is literally like you have to stand around. Like you have to stand around, you have to move around. Like that to me is a club. That to me is a club. Still love Playground. But Off the Record, that's number one. So explore and plan ahead. When I say plan ahead, traffic. If you say you gotta be there at 6 and it's 30 minutes away, might wanna leave at like 5. Because if you leave at 5:30,
good luck, Charlie.
So yeah, that's my number 2 do. My number 2 don't. My number 2 don't. Hey, don't beat me up here. Don't fall in love.
Don't.
Houston is not the place to decide that you want to find the love of your life. Personally. But I'm not even really looking for a relationship out here. But no, I sit and I listen to conversations, I have conversations, and it's like, it's a song, and I think it's Godzilla, it is Welcome to Houston, everybody. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Like, nah, that's not my type of vibe, personally. But if you do end up coming out here and finding somebody, kudos to you. Like I said, I'm not looking for a relationship out here. Like, I don't think I'm finding my wife out in Houston, Texas. Personally, as of June 25th. Yeah, June 25th. Not finding my wife out here. Not really looking for her. So, guess if you don't look for her, you can't find her. But, nah. For me, nah. My number one dude for moving and living out in Houston, Texas. Can I get a drum roll, please? Network. Houston is a lot more than what people see it as. Yeah, it's cool to come out here, drink, party, have fun. Cool. But the amount of money in Houston is absolutely absurd. This Houston is the 5th largest city in the United States. And when I tell you, the area, River Oaks is the most expensive part of Houston. And their houses are not, I wouldn't say fairly cheap, but it's Texas. So it's fairly cheap. Like it's not high. Texas is not high as far as like house prices, and that's more towards like the border or whatnot, where like they get really, really low. But the median home price for the River Oaks district is $3.8 million. Come here. $3.8 million. I'm no mathematician, but if you're telling me that the median home price is $3.8 million,
damn. I'm sorry.
right? So, network. You're going out. You're meeting new people. Hey, what do you do? What's your? You see it on TikTok. You see it on Instagram. Hey, what do you do for a living? It's real. Like you can bypass a lot of headaches by networking with the right people. You're one connection away from changing your life. One connection. You're one connection away from changing your life. Like, hands down. No lie. And it's important to network. You could be sitting next to somebody and the entire time you wouldn't even know it. They're doing exactly what you want to do. They might not look like it. They might not sound like it. But they could very well be doing the exact thing that you want to do. Don't be afraid to network. Even if it's like a, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I like your shirt. I like your shoes. Where'd you get them from? Wow. A conversation started there. Really? Those shoes are like, you got them from, wow, right around the, never heard, or I never heard of them. They have to be expensive. Wow. So what do you, like, they have to be expensive. What do you do? And then that's a simple start. At the end of the conversation, well, it was nice to meet you. My name is, we should connect. You have LinkedIn, Instagram, number, yada, yada, yada. Simple conversation. And conversations don't have to last more than a minute. They don't. They can. Easily possible. But they don't have to. So if you have social anxiety, I like your shoes. It's a simple compliment. It must be expensive. What do you do for that? I just made that up. But think about it. If somebody came up to you, I like your shoes. Thank you. They must be expensive. What do you do for a living? You're going to say, nah, these are, just got them from Walmart, $50. But it's simple. Conversations don't have to be as thought out as we think they are. So, that is my number one do. Network. Your network is equivalent to your net worth. If you network with the right people, they'll tell you where your net worth is. Your net worth is determined by your network. No millionaire is the only millionaire that they know. If they are, it's somebody right behind them. Literally. Millionaires usually have millionaire friends. Broke people usually have broke friends. Even if it's just a mindset thing. You can be rich in spirit and broke in real life. And vice versa. Or you can be both. Broken spirit and broken funds. But something has to change. And you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Because if you don't, eventually it's going to be a falling out if you actually care about the people that you're around. Because you will want them to elevate. And if you don't want them to elevate, they'll eventually bring you down. It's simple. So be careful. My number one don't. Do not think you are alone. You may feel alone, but you should always have I know I'm not alone in the back of your head. You are not the first, and you will not be the last person embarking on this journey. It is okay to be scared. It is perfectly fine to be scared. I mean, everybody was scared to do something at one point in time. Everybody was nervous at something or for some reason. You're not alone. Somebody is going through the same thing you're going through, or somebody has been through the same thing you've been through. And if not, fight through it so you can be that person. It hurts. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's tiring. I'm tired. I'm spent. I am spent. But you're not by yourself. And being alone and feeling alone are two totally different things. But you should know, even when you feel alone, you're not alone. God is always there. Always. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when it hurts to even lift a muscle. Just know it. Your mindset can take you or break you. It can take you it can take you even farther than what you have ever imagined. Or it can break you piece by piece. Get out of your mind. Get out of your head. and focus. You are not alone. Simple. Those are my top 5 do's and don'ts for moving and living in Houston, Texas. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're out in Houston currently, if you're living in Houston currently, drop your favorite food spots, drop your favorite club spots, extracurricular activities. So people that are moving to or visiting to Houston can see it. Drop the favorite things. If you already have visited Houston, drop the favorite places that you've been or ate at. And if you're not thinking about moving to Houston or living in Houston or never been to Houston, drop where you're from or where you're thinking about moving to. Because it might be somebody down there in the comments that has, wants to, or is currently living in the spot that you're living in. So, as always, thank you for tapping in. Make sure you drop your comments below. And as always, chase your dreams.